I was
I try
just
to be.
I was just here like drowning myself in like iced coffee because I'm like a typical fag. I like just iced coffee. It's my life. It's my personality. It's my reason to get out of bed in the morning.
I hate coffee.
Dude, those
I
kind of
hate it.
I don't
I
understand
drink.
people that
I
don't
just.
drink
I drink
coffee.
C4s, Monsters,
Okay.
anything that's gonna make my heart just have as many problems as possible.
No offense to this, but you look like someone that could drink Mountain Dew as well.
Yeah, I can only drink Mountain Dew, and not as much. Every once in a while, I'll have a Mountain Dew, but
Okay,
it's usually Monsters, C4s, or pre-workouts. I mean, I'll drink 700 milligrams of caffeine and be fine.
that is crazy. I can also drink that much caffeine and take a nap, like full
Yeah.
on pass out. I have some whatever disorder it is that like coffee works as Ritalin to me. Like if I'm normally just a spaz, I drink coffee. I'm like freaking. I
It
need to nap.
calms you.
Yeah. Peter, Angelo. Hi. We've never met before. How
Hello.
are you?
I'm good. I'm good. It's my first day back home from being on the road for a while.
Yeah, I appreciate you committing to time today because I know you've been on the road and traveling and like a freaking intense schedule, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Because originally I was going to do it, but then I was like, I'm going to be in Toronto sleeping on a couch. Let me save it till I'm actually home and I can relax.
I like that because I do all like the like reaching out to people to talk to stuff like that too, and I know there's never urgency. There's nothing that we're gonna say today that needs to be said today. I think unless you like have something you need to promote tomorrow. So, but
And
yeah,
nothing that's like, that can't be promoted at some point.
right. You have to put
Promoting
your, you
me.
have to
As long as I'm promoting me.
You have to pimp yourself on the internet. So today, even though I'm a chaos, unhinged mess, today is all about you. Even if it all of a sudden becomes about me, I want it to become about you. Feel free at any point to be like, hold up. What about me?
I mean, for a comedian, I don't really have that. I feel like I don't have a typical comedian mindset
Okay.
where I'm like, all about me, everyone look at me. Like I'm on stage, I'm like, why is everyone looking at me?
Yeah. Well, for those people who don't know who you are, I wrote some words down. I wrote blue collar, queer, metal dork, wrestler, comedian, and then I put beardo weirdo just because fucking beardo weirdo. There's like this like cult for guys with beards, and you are you are a poster child of the beardo weirdo community right now. Says me.
I definitely, I am, which is funny because like I appreciate a good beard, but they don't do anything for me.
Yeah, you're. I guess people who love beards are pogonophiles. Pogonophiles. I think that's like a
Is
big
that a
freaking.
thing?
Yeah, yeah. It's like a big college educated word. Pogonophile.
Oh, I've never
Wait,
actually heard
just
that
just
before.
just to jump on to what you just said, because the beards don't do anything for you, right? Because you have a boyfriend. I've been stalking you all morning online, just like watching other podcasts and like trying to become educated on the world of Peter Angelo, pronouncing it correctly, right? Angelo.
Yeah. Yep.
Your boyfriend doesn't have a beard because I tried to Google pictures of him today and I realized he is a very smooth faced gentleman, correct?
Yes. Yes. He is Chinese.
Oh, opposites
So
do attract.
yeah. Yep. Very, 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 very smooth faced, very smooth in general. And much smaller than I am.
Okay. You
Really half my size.
you take the big spoon roll very seriously.
I do. Well, I
It
have
comes
to.
natural.
It doesn't work the other way around.
Because you're tall. You're tall, right? You're like 6'3", right? So
No,
like finding
I'm only
or
about 6 foot.
oh,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm
I'm
just
only about 6 foot, but I'm very wide. It's very hard to get
okay.
his
Right.
arms around me.
Right. I hope you guys have a queen size or a king size bed at
We,
most.
we
So you
do.
can so the magic can happen and have its room. I also wish you had a
Yeah.
bed that had wrestling rings around it.
Oh, I think one day that's happening.
Okay, okay. Okay, so
It's got to be it has to be reinforced.
yeah, of course, a lot of activity, a lot of throwing around, a lot of
Yeah,
pins.
he likes being suplexed.
Okay. A lot of secret words. What's that when you want to get out of something, or like a password or a safe word, safe word.
Safe word.
What would your safe word be if you had a safe word? Like if you're in a sexual situation, you had enough. Do you have a
I think it
safe
was
word?
pineapple I think it was pineapple for a
Okay,
while.
pineapple.
I know I had another one, but I can't remember it.
That
There's one I specifically remember one, and I cannot remember what it is. I think I just default to pineapple.
I like it. I like it. I like it. So I became aware of you through like your fun posts on like online and like your stand up. But then I saw like so much more depth to your character. And at first I was like, I didn't assume you were gay. And then I found out he was gay. So I was like, fuck, this guy I need to talk to. I want to know more about. I want to pick his brain. I want to know what tickles his pickle. Cause you're like a metal dork. I'm someone who listens to a lot of like hardcore music. Like I'm not your stereotypical like gay in the way
I
that
mean,
like, go ahead.
a metal hardcore punk, like literally the person's who's I was actually staying at the singer of Comeback Kids house in Toronto because the promoter's friends with them, which I thought was pretty
Right.
wild.
Just
So
just random
I
like
yeah. I mean I have Stick to Your Guns uh album name tattooed on my knuckles. So hardcore, punk, metal,
I get you.
anything aggressive.
You know, I'm similar, and actually, that was something I was thinking about this morning because, like, I sometimes lately have trouble identifying like the type of music I'm listening to or like as far as like because I grew up old school punk rock like Circle Jerks I just saw recently Dead Kennedys like I don't know all sorts of earlier punk rock bands but they also like a lot of other stuff that's like metal or like British punk and I just and like and the core what is the core called when it's just all like that kind of sound
I mean, like metalcore or like
yeah
no, deathcore. I mean, more deathcore is more like that. But I mean, today now the genres are so influenced with each other because so many bands, like there are so many metal bands that love hardcore, and there's so many hardcore bands that love metal. Like if you look at like how many metal, like so many hardcore bands love Slayer and love
right
Metallica, and
yeah
then there's metal bands that love Terror and Agnostic Front and hardcore bands, like which I think is sick because like I literally just went to a show that was headlined by Obituary, who's like old school legendary death metal band, and they had Terror on it, they had Nails on it, so they had a hardcore band, a power violence band. They have this band called Spirit World, who's like I'm obsessed with currently, who are like a thrashy hardcore band who dress in like those old school cowboy outfits. Um, and it's like all their videos look like a Robert Rodriguez movie.
I love
They're
that. It made me
they're
think of
really
Beers,
dope.
Steers, and Queers by the Revolting Cocks. Do you know that song? Beers,
I've definitely heard it.
Steers,
Yeah,
and
I will.
Queers. Well, it just made me think this morning because I really have a hard time like identifying like a music genre sometimes because I do like how you just put like I do like aggressive music. It's soothing, it's healing. Like either I'm at the gym or at home, like just washing dishes. Like it's so soothing to me to just like hard guitar, bass, and like a screaming performer, whether it's female or a male.
I'm literally doing I'm doing a podcast like later today where we're picking our 5 favorite or 5 best thrash album intro songs, like the first thing. So it's like I love just talking about that stuff. I don't even care about talking about comedy that much. Like talk to me about metal or wrestling, and that's
I
what I care about.
bing, bada, boom. I don't know where the fuck that came from. I like that. Well, just sticking with music for one more second. Like, one of my coworkers the other day he knows I like sort of more aggressive hard music, cause he's like, hey, check out this band called Gulch. I don't know about
Oh yeah, yeah.
Gulch, and so like I thought it was badass, and then I was listening to it, and so I shared it with another friend who like sort of like he likes like deathcore, and he was like. That's so soft. Like I like music that's harder, and I'm like, fuck me. Like I don't know. So that just put me in the spin of like, oh god, shit. I don't even know what to call that. I thought that was hard, but in context, my friend was like, that's fucking pussy music. That's like what my grandma listens to.
I mean, I have a lot of that. Like, I mean, there are still bands that I still like. Like, when I first started listening to stuff, Slipknot was like the heaviest thing I
Yeah,
heard.
yeah.
Now Slipknot's like, oh, this is like relaxing, easy listening. Still like it. Don't listen to it as much. But it's like when you start listening to like really fucking heavier shit that's like way
Right.
more unknown. Like if you listen to Primitive Man, which sounds like someone's hitting you with a truck over and over again.
Fucking back over and yeah.
It changes like your mindset of like heavy music. Yeah, because like
Right.
now I've gotten real into like deathcore, like beatdown hardcore. I'm so obsessed with a band right now called Big Ass Truck, which
Dude,
is just a hardcore band.
this is the way the internet works. You posted something the other day. It was like something, a video that had big ass truck as like the music over it. And so then I'm like, this is the way the internet works. I was like, fuck, I dig this. So I clicked it and went to it. And now they're part of my like playlist.
Oh, they're such a good like band to like
Yeah.
and what's great is too, I just saw a clip from a concert, I reposted it, where the singer was like, we're Big Ass Truck from the Inland Empire, where we say fuck ICE, fuck Nazis, fuck Trump. And I was like, oh, it's so good when when the band's like
What?
popping
Because
and do stuff like that.
if it was a screenshot, you'd probably look at them and be like, oh, like not just by the appearance wise. Like I've heard you talk about your appearance wise and how it fucking
Yeah.
confuses people. But if you took a screenshot of a band and then before you knew they were fuck ICE, fuck Trump, you'd be like, well, what's their message? Actually, there's a band the other day that flew into my radar, Haywire.
Oh yeah. I just saw them with God's Hate back
Oh,
in
such good shit. But like, I literally was like jamming on them, like just listening to their music and seeing their videos. And the fucking lead singer is, ha, give me like Trailer Trade that looks like he's been in prison with prison tattoos for like 25 years, like thrashing around in a pair of like Dickies and no shirt on. Fuck me. But anyway, so Haywire. But then I really had to take pause and like go look at what they were all about, because I was like, oh fuck, are this like white supremacists? Are this like a white core band or like? And then I found out they're not. Thankfully, I just can't tell anymore by just looking at anybody. Like, what's their jam?
I would say honestly, most bands, especially in those genres, and they're operating today and are popping off, like
Mm-hmm.
even if they've been around for a while, you usually are a safe bet. I would say more often than not, aggressive bands are going to be on the side you're hoping they're on. They just
I'm just
look like,
yeah. I was
because
just
it's the butt rock bands and like the radio rock bands that tend to be like a little more on the right. The ones that aren't that aggressive, the ones that like some dude from a small town is like, yeah, anyone who's like, this is real music, this is rock and roll, like those guys, like that shit sucks.
yeah. I got a picture of a girl with boobs on my mud flaps on my truck. Fuck yeah. That's funny you say that.
Those are the guys who are like, this is real heavy stuff. This is Disturbed.
That's funny. I wrote down this question. That was like the last thing I wrote down, but like I'm all over the place. So welcome. Gay guys in general have divas they look up to. They're the drag queens or the Mariah Careys or the Whitney Houstons. And I was like, as a metal dork, who would be a rock diva for you? Whether it doesn't have to be a female. Like my rock diva would be Rob Halford, Judas Priest.
I mean, he's kind of everyone's because he's sort of the pinnacle. Like,
yeah, someone told me he lives in San Diego, and I wanted to so badly just run into him or talk to him. Like I don't have like a direct connection, but like, dude, if you do, hook me up.
I might. I'm trying to get in contact with him for some type of interview. Hopefully.
You're like, bitch, don't step on my toes. He also loves cats, and I'm a cat dad. I work at the zoo. I work with tigers and lions at the zoo. But I also have like 3 cats at home. But I'm like, he is my rock diva, Rob Halford. If there was someone, a pinnacle that you would put a statue of in your lawn that's a rock diva, it doesn't have to be straight or gay. Who would it be?
Lemmy.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it'd probably be most likely Halford, but it'd be like honestly, it would be like Halford, Lemmy.
Okay. I know my answer is so basic, but you know.
Well, no, because he's sort of that. I have this.
It's obvious. Maybe it's just obvious.
I have such a big gripe with like the gay world not talking about Rob Halford as an icon.
Right. Like, how is he?
They don't. It's like what he did is fucking mind blowing.
Yeah. Yeah. I like how he's sort of so well respected as well. And like, I also have brought the name up and tried to like put him in front of people and be like, this dude needs to be talked about more often in the community. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's just probably because he's just not like, I don't know. He's just not
Yeah, but it's like,
sure
but fucking Taylor Swift's not even gay, and they won't shut the fuck up about her.
that
And like
that white piece of toast, pork
Yeah,
chop,
like-
the other white meat. But
fucking Rob Halford fronted one of the biggest metal bands in the world in a very homophobic time, and like and then dressed like a fucking leather daddy and made a bunch of straight guys think it was the most macho thing in the world. Came out in a Harley, but like, and still doing it. It still sounds great. I just saw them.
yeah, he did.
At the Aftershock Festival,
Oh,
and he sounded sick. He sounded so good.
I fucking love him. Actually, I also think like I swear to God, I went to this dive bar here in San Diego like last year, and in my mind, I'm looking back, I'm like, was that Rob at the bar? There's something that was like a spitting image, because he could have gone into like a gay bar or whatever and blended in with any old leather daddy and not anyone not to know anything else about it or approach him or anything. And I'm looking back, I'm like, I think that might have been him at the Loft in San Diego, but.
I feel like there's a good chance. Like, I definitely feel like a lot of gays have just been like, oh, it's just
But you know what I would have done if I did know it was him? I would have played it so cool and left without saying anything, because like I really like to respect people's like privacy and like all that kind of stuff and avoid awkwardness. Like even like dudes in the dating world, like if there's someone I'm so fucking into, I'll ignore them so hardcore. Like that's my game. Like, fuck, I'm so hot for somebody. I'm like, I'm gonna fucking give them dirty looks too. Just the opposite. I'm gonna like ignore them, give them dirty looks, and like fucking not even give them a time of day. And that fucking is my game.
If I see Rob Halford, no, I am beelighting and I'm talking to him. There's no fucking way I'm not. Because that's like, I mean, that's metal royalty.
That's fucking one of
no way I'm letting that fucking opportunity pass.
No, well, I'm gonna like manifest it for you in like a really hippie way. I'm gonna like put a bowl of like patchouli and I'm gonna grind it up, and then I'm gonna have like a sounding bell, and I'm gonna manifest that for you, because I want that for you more than I want it for me. Because you're up and up, you're you're just becoming a superstar. Your baby powers are just begun. I feel. I hope you can accept that.
I do, because like I want to just start like working like metal festivals like that, doing shows and like hosting, and hopefully that stuff is starting to happen as people are starting to reach out to me to like host.
Dude,
I want to slam shows.
I can't wait to the day that you're so big you don't even message me anymore. That's what I want for you, because that's what happens. I've talked to people before.
I'll have hired someone to do it.
Yeah. You're like a kickback message. Here's my
people
email.
think that already. Like I go through my DMs and it's like, this is probably some assistant reading this. I'm like, people think I have an assistant? Jesus.
Yeah, dude, you deserve one. You just need to be.
I want one. I'm so tired. Trying to fucking book everything myself is so exhausting, and I hate the business aspect of everything.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's the too, is like I'm back home and I'm breathing for like a minute, but then in 2 weeks I go back to the East Coast for some shows, and then I go to San Francisco for some shows.
Yeah.
Like right after. And then like, but my brain is like, those are booked, those are in there. Like I don't even have to think about those anymore.
But then you got to
now
fill
I'm like
the space.
Like luckily those are, now it's after. Now I'm like, oh God, okay. Like I gotta get more work, gotta like get more shows. You got
That's the
all
thing,
these
right?
email.
Like you get the momentum. It's not like you just get the momentum. It's going and it has endless energy. You have to constantly hustle. I have friends that are like in clothing, that have clothing business or bands, and the hustle, like they're already thinking of like spring 2026, like you as well, I'm sure, like summer 2026, and like where you're going to be, what are you going to book, how are you going to fucking pay for it in the meantime? If you're not rolling into the cash, am I going to sell pictures of my belly button on the internet?
Yeah. Well, that thing too is, I mean, fucking capitalize if you got it. But like, dude, it's like people like, hey, would you like come do this thing? And you're like, yeah, that sounds awesome. But it's like, cause like, hey, we would love you. Like if someone was like, hey, we'd love you to MC this like slam metal festival. And it's like, it sounds awesome. Like that sounds really cool. I have to afford, like it has to be worth it.
Right. Yeah.
Because one, I have to pay all this stuff to get, like, cause like, even if someone's like, oh, we'll pay you this much money, like, oh, that sounds great if it's nearby. but that's not enough to make it worth the like I had to come home with a certain, because that is how I make my money, which I hate. Like like that part sucks, but I know. But
Yeah.
it's like, as I don't want to come off as like, oh well, I'm worth more than that. No, I'm not. But I need to live.
100%. Like I've always worked with artists and musicians, and like you need to pay your artists and musicians. Like even taking your time today, I feel somewhat bad because I'm like, dude, I don't want to like take the time from someone who could have been making money elsewhere. But like
I wasn't making anything. What else I was doing at 3
the
o'clock
only
in the afternoon?
the only thing I can offer is like this much exposure. Like I can't even get fucking half the people to talk to me because you know how the internet works. Like if you're not somebody with 100,000 plus followers, like what can you do
Yeah.
for me? I don't want to fucking
Yeah.
talk to you. But
Yeah, well, they won't. Those people, those podcasts won't ask me. So
that's fucking crazy. I'm gonna jump into the question. Wrestling. I saw and was that you were into wrestling, and I thought for a hot minute, like, oh, he's into wrestling, like the sport of wrestling and the entertainment of wrestling. And then I saw your ass in there actually doing the wrestling. Right? Am I correct? Like, are you a wrestler or are you a fan of wrestling? Because I wanna take a wooden chair and just slam it over your back for fun one day.
oh,
Just feel
I got
free.
hit with the chair 3 times up in Toronto, and I fucking loved it.
How
It's
did you
one
get
of my.
into it? Like, I literally thought you were a fan, right? And I'm like, oh, that makes sense. He's a fucking
I
metal
mean,
guy.
that's how
Look
it
at him.
started.
What it is?
So I was when I started doing comedy like 11 years ago, a lot of comics were big wrestling fans, and one of the guys that was kind of like a mentor to me that I spent a lot of time with was a big wrestling fan. So it got me back into watching wrestling, and I got real into it. First, it was just like WWE, the stuff right on TV, casual. More I got into it, the more obsessed I got with it, and then I started watching like the indies, death match, all the craziest stuff. Like I was like searching for it, and now it's. And then about 2.5 years ago, when I was living in Brooklyn, when I was living in New York, there was a school I knew about in Brooklyn that I was like, oh, let me go check it out. And then I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not getting any younger. I love this shit. And I think I could be pretty good at it.
Yeah.
So I just basically went in, met the guys who ran it, just started going every week or, every month whenever I could, schedule wise, just started training little by little. It was never a big, like, I was never like, oh, I'm going to make a WWE. No, that I'm too
Right,
old.
right.
I'm not that. I'm big for indie wrestling, but I'm not like that big, but it's a cool thing I can do in on the side with comedy, especially now that I have a following in comedy. People want to book me. So basically the show in Toronto, I got booked to do some stand up and MC. And what they did is they had some of the rest. It's happened. We've done it twice now where I get heckled and then I fight the hecklers in a match.
Yeah.
Um,
Fuck yeah.
so it's them from just loving it to being like, I'm not getting any younger. Why not try it? It gives me another thing that makes me stand out in the comedy world because,
Hell yeah.
and I love talking shit too because a lot of comics, like I said, love wrestling. I'm like, oh, they like wrestling, but they're not gonna fucking get their hands dirty. I'm like, I'm gonna fucking get in there.
I just see this whole like freaking like use the MC like Jerry Springer type deal where it's like a conversation that turns into like a fucking Geraldo Rivera wrestling match, chair throwing beat down, and with the metal music and the way you look and like freaking you're gonna want to. You're so on the up and up. One day you're gonna have to quit your job at the gas station. That's what I'm telling you.
I did that already. I quit driving trucks already.
Oh, that's right. That was your blue collar. Do you have any fun, sexy blue collar stories? Like any tricks crawling up into your cabin?
No,
Or is it
'cause
just
it's
fucking awkward?
gross. It's so
No.
gross.
Don't fucking ruin my fantasy.
It's everyone's fantasies. Like the trucks are gross. This is the last.
I'm like
place I wanted to
hitchhiking
be.
shirtless in my cut off jeans on the road. And in my fantasy, I'm like, I'm so thirsty. And the pulls over and he gives me a drink of water and it goes all in my chest. And then it just goes on. And then we crawl into the cab and it's like this fucking flip flopping session. But it's not like that.
I mean, not for me. Maybe for some long haul guys who are lonely.
Okay.
For me, it was just like because I was also like drove all locally, so I wasn't just driving. I was driving like I had to actually load and unload the trucks
Oh,
and do manual labor
yeah.
and like I don't. So like the truckers that everyone fantasizes about, they're just in the trucks.
Yeah.
They drive it somewhere. someone else does all the manual labor and then they just leave. I had to do everything.
I feel like my fantasy growing up, because my parents taught me to like reach for the stars. I like wanted to be like a truck stop Trixie. Like I thought that was so hot. And then once I found out like at those truck stops, because I've done a lot of cross country trips, like people shower at the truck stops, and that like somehow
Yeah.
made me so horny.
Oh yeah. When we
was
were
like,
doing a cross country trip and
oh.
I took my partner to like his first like truck stop, he was like, he heard like they heard like number 57, your shower is ready, and he's like, there's showers in here. I'm like, yeah. He's like, oh.
I don't know why that makes me laugh so hard, because it's so subtle and so in your face, and like there's so much like innuendo and like things that like a straight person would have no idea, that's like so triggering for people. Oh my god. So do you have any fun like wrestling things coming up, or like I know you have events planned out for coming up, but I want to see you like at a wrestling event. I want to see you do stand up at a wrestling event. That sounds like how I want to first see you.
I know it's not nothing like set. I know I'm gonna have one. It's like basically my friend who I just worked with in Canada, she runs this thing called Invoke Pro Wrestling. She's going to have me at her Mania events in April. So I'll very likely be doing stand up and wrestling at those. I'm super psyched about it. My friend Vanessa, she is the best person. She's has helped me out so much. And so I'll be doing that. I don't have any like set wrestling ones, any wrestling shows like set in motion now, but I think they're going to start coming in a little bit more, just because I'm still very green. So it's kind of like what they'll use me for. Like I'm not having any 30-minute Man matches.
Right, like if they see
So
something that thinks that, oh shit, that's cool, like it's probably something put together they haven't even thought about until you show them it works, probably,
yeah,
right?
I have to start like letting people know that like, oh, I'm not just a comic. I can wrestle and I can work. Limited capacity. Like there's plenty of stuff that I know I can't do, that I'm not super proficient in. Like I know that I'm still kind of getting my feet wet. So it's all about knowing, you know, being honest about like, hey, when you set up a match, being like, hey, what can you do, or what do you do?
Are you talking
And I
like
can be like,
physically, like actually like physical
yeah,
limits, like,
yeah,
or
because there
like
are
things
some
like
moves that
standing on
like,
the top of the ring and doing those like somersault over the dude and like grabbing him under legs and pulling him over? I grew up watching like Rowdy Piper, Andre the Giant, and the Hulk Hogan. Those were like, because I grew up doing that. So physical limitations, perhaps. Is that what you're saying?
yeah, or just like because it could be something that's like, oh, I haven't. Because there are just some moves that some people are just like, hey, I don't want to take a back body drop, or I don't do this, but we can do this, and it's just like being honest about, yeah, your physical like limitations. Like I'm not going top rope and doing a
Has
moonsault.
Has everybody ever done this in wrestling? Like they literally during a match they shit themselves. And I say this because
Yeah,
what if they shit themselves on purpose as a defense mechanism? Because in the nature in the wild, like some animals have like a defense mechanism, they like throw ink and do this. What if like or a wrestler's thing was like to shit themselves, and then the person would be like, ah!
I mean, there was a character named Bastion Booger who was just like really gross. But I know there's definitely been wrestlers who have shit themselves just from like impacts,
Which is
just from like, yeah, just you just hit hard, or you're in pain, or just like something happens that you just lose bowel control.
fuck that
I
would be.
believe CM Punk talked about it years ago when he was in WWE, and he was like really
It
hurting
sounds
and
like
not
such
getting
a
like,
Gigi Allen thing to do, just like. And then you're like, fucking, okay, bring it on. Come straddle me, bitch. On my, I got diarrhea on my
there's a couple
shins.
wrestlers whose names inspired by Gigi Allen, I believe. They're
Oh,
usually like the dirty, grungy deathmatch and punk rock guys.
nuts, nuts. So I see also you are going to be doing Barrison Street Fair. You mentioned you're going to be in San Francisco. Barrison Street Fair in San Francisco, I think October 18th.
18th, yeah.
And is that like are you going to perform at the street fair out in the street, or is it like a club the night of?
Uh, I'm at the Eagle the 17th, the street fair on the 18th. Then I'm doing the deadlift competition after my set on the 18th. And then I do 2 shows at the Oakland Comedy Festival
Okay.
on the 18th. So I got booked on the comedy festival,
Yeah.
and then it just happened to also be that same weekend. And I was like, oh, maybe I can make some more money while I'm in town and get some more spots and just happen to work out. Uh, and
That's
hopefully I
perfect.
can win the deadlift competition.
You think you're gonna win it?
I don't know. I don't know. It's for reps, so I don't know.
Oh, I just know because I'm from San Francisco. I spent a good 20 years there, and so like fucking, there are those gay dudes at the gym that are all fucking just like, oh, their muscles are just like boulders, and then they wear the weight belt to hold in their little tummy, and then they have all pimply shoulders because like probably steroids, and
Yeah.
then they wear like the one unitard. Sometimes I feel like gays at the gym are so fucking cringe. I can't say that without probably getting people wanting to be like, no, you need to be
It
open.
depends. It depends on what you get because like the gays that are like shredded, I'm stronger than them. They're in
Right,
better shape, but I'm
right.
way stronger than they are.
Right. It's like the mass opposed to like lifting heavy
Yeah.
weights. I get you. Well,
Bodybuilders versus strongman.
yeah,
Strongman
gosh.
always have a bit of fat.
I noticed that on like shows like Survivor. This is so random, but like there's always the weird competitions that require like strength over agility, and sometimes like the person that's up there that has like the definition of all the six packs, they fall off quicker, or they don't have as much endurance because they're, I don't know, if muscle
I think
mass
it's like
is,
their body doesn't have like the stored energy
yeah.
to pull from.
All right. So, how is it being gay these days? I see a lot of your interviews like talk about being gay and coming out and like being part of your character. And I just was curious, does it ever get tiresome talking about coming out or being gay, or is that what just you come to expect?
Couldn't expect it, but I'm the tire. It's more tiresome when you're. Well, I find things tiresome in two areas. Uh, One, it's like when it's with like because I hang out with so many straight guys in comics.
Yeah.
When it's just like always kind of like the same jokes or
Like, are you
same
the
like
butt of the joke?
thought.
Like,
Yeah,
literally.
yeah. Which like I'm not offended by the joke. It's just I'm just like get new material or something like that.
Right.
I hate hack. But then when it's like on the flip side, I feel like I don't really fit in the conversation with other gays. Like I don't really have that much to say. I always quit until like I feel like there's a pamphlet that goes out to everyone who's gay for the week, and then like I miss the pamphlet because I never know what the fuck anyone's talking about.
Right.
Because like the comedy, I see like a lot of gay comics are all. I'm like, you guys are all talking about the same thing. Like,
It's sort of like based on what you follow, like, and your interests are. Like, if you follow like all the gay rags and newspapers and blogs, you'll read all about some of the same things, and like that's why I'm always encouraging people, like, because I'm been queer my whole life. I just live outside the box. I have so many weird interests I also like a lot of really gay shit, but like I just encourage people to like live outside the box sometimes. You can just like what you like, even if it's not like queer centric or queer phobic or queer phobic, queer centered. Like I feel like people like like gays put themselves in a box themselves when you're like, I do so much stuff that's outside of the box. And I've the more I've become familiar with comedians as well, like I love so much straight stand up these days.
yeah,
And I also do notice that a lot of straight stand ups that are popular these days, they have a lot of gay bits. I feel like I haven't gone to like a show recently where there hasn't been,
gay in like which way?
well, gay and like, this is why I love, like, very positive and like pro and like being an ally. Gay is in fact like, um, this is why I like going to a gay bar. Gay bars make me feel great about myself. Gay
Yeah,
bars aren't shy.
because well, it's like
Or this is why I love gay guys. Like I feel like every person's set has this in it now.
yeah, like it's so like, Gianmarco Sorrentino.
Yeah.
He literally just shows the Jay Jordan like Fire Island. I
Yeah. Yeah.
commented,
Kid.
is John Marco not only a better comedian than me, is he a better gay man than me? Even though he's
Right.
straight, because he's very musical theater and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Fucking hilarious. He is
Yeah.
so
Bottom line. Bottom line.
so fucking funny. That's what I do is like when you're a comic, sometimes you're like, I'm so tired of like comedy a little bit, but like there are comics that just make you like
Yeah.
almost like reappreciate it. And
Yeah.
he's definitely one of those people for me. When I see him, I'm like, damn. So like yeah, the thing is but I think that's what I like about me though, is I like kind of subverting the expectations.
Yeah.
And I don't try to the tough line is not going too far to come off as like one of the pick me gays,
What do you mean
like
by
one of
pick
those
me gays?
the ones who like are very like conservative leaning, thinking that the like if like if like right wing nationalists like were to take over and like get rid of all of us, that they'd be like, hey, pick me, I'm one of the good ones, like I'm
Oh,
on your
I
side
get you. I
kind of
get
deal.
you.
Um, because like I'm a fucking metal loving queer person. Like I very non-religious. Like I'm never gonna be on there. Yeah, I like guns and fucking monster trucks, but like
Yeah.
I'm never gonna be on that side of things. Like even if I don't watch drag, I don't go to them. I have friends who are drag queens, and like I'm very like I'm not trying to stop drag queens from reading to children. I'm like,
Right.
yeah,
Even if
read
it's
read the
not part of
I'm
your
like, yeah,
world.
fucking read the children. Kids need books being read to them fucking finally. Um, yeah, it's like, even though I'm like, that's not my thing. Like, it's just the shows, just, I don't like the music a lot of times. It's just not my
Yeah.
thing. But
You know, I've
there's
noticed
a lot of
recently.
things I'm like that, I'm just not, it's
Yeah.
just not my, it's
I'm
just,
similar too, and I've had to watch myself because I've come across as like self-hating gay or like homophobic, and whereas I'm like, dude, I've been getting my dick sucked since I was 11 by men, so I'm so queer, but like I have to be careful what I say. And I've seen people recently. Just recently interviewed somebody who is very making it clear that they were like sort of not identifying as liberal, but being more anti-Republican because they're sort of different things. Like, if super liberal, and
true.
I also have come to I love the word queer forever, but I've sort
I
of
do
stopped
too.
liking the word. No, I've sort of stopped liking it, and I've gone back to gay, and I keep calling myself homosexual because I feel like queer is just it's gone on a journey, and it's somewhere now that I don't identify as much as I used to.
See, I like queer because I feel like there's more like leeway for your sexuality. Because there's people who are just like, especially now, I found that, oh, it's not just strictly like men, like non-binary, trans, fluid, like there's definitely a lot of different people that I find attractive or I'm attracted to that might not identify as being a man. So I'm like, oh, queer, I think I always feel like queer is just a more like
Yeah,
open term, at least for me, but I understand what you're saying.
I don't know. I've come across as bitter, like gay hating, and I'm like, how is that possible? But I get it. I get it.
Well, I get it. Because I get it too. I find myself getting very frustrated a lot. Like, oh, like because I'm always thinking like, well, am I gonna be like rejected by like the gay community
Right.
just because people are like, oh, he's not. I don't like care about the fucking Emmys, or like I don't care about
Right. Like
Tony Awards.
your
I'm not a
checklist
music.
your
I'm not a
checklist is
musical
different.
theater guy. Like,
Yeah.
but the thing is, but I see like everyone talking about like all these same things, and I'm like, can we get some like diversity? Like, the way that like if you look at the way I think of it is like straight guys. There are a lot of straight guys who don't like sports. A
Right.
lot of straight guys that do.
100%.
It's like gays. It's like you just have to not like sports.
Yeah.
Like why aren't I'm like now it's like a little bit different. Like and stop calling it sports ball. Like I hate that whole like, and I hate like the amount of times I've heard people like, oh, I can't change a tire. I'm gay. I'm like, why? That
Yes, stop reinforcing this sort of weak stereotype or something of the sort.
because I
I
don't like. My problem is I don't like people telling me I can or can't do something based just on like that fact.
that you like butt,
That I like, yeah,
tanks,
like
balls. Anyways.
I don't want to be like, hey, I'm proving you wrong because like I could because of that fact. I'm not trying to be like, no, I'm not like those other gays. I just want to be like, I don't like people saying like, oh, you can't like sports, you're gay, or you can't
Yeah.
do this job, you're gay, or
Just
like
because
you have to like this thing because you're gay. I'm
yeah.
like, no.
I get you. I get you too. You know what's something that's super annoying to me is too, like I sometimes my allies can annoy me. And what I mean by that, like sometimes I've come out to people, let's just say for work instance, like I go to work and like I don't know, I think people know I'm gay just because I have gay voice. But then someone like especially women, and then especially like if someone immediately finds out I'm gay, and then all of a sudden they turn into like this like drag queen. I'm like, whoa now, like because I've noticed that a lot. Like people find out I'm gay, and then to be like, oh, girl, I'm like, I'm an ally. I support you. They turn into this like drag queen, and I'm like, what is happening here? And that's happened throughout my life, whether it's like coworkers or friends or friends or friends.
Yeah.
It's like someone knows I'm queer, and their way to show me that they are accepting and open is like they become this like girl drag queen. Get it? And I'm
Way
like,
overboard. Yeah.
what is that? You don't have to do that. Like, I am not that, but I'm not against that. But like, fucking pump your brakes.
Yeah, you don't have to go so like all in on it. Just like,
But it's just
talk
something
to
I've
me
noticed
normal.
before. Like, whoa,
That's interesting. I feel like that one I haven't. That one hasn't really happened to me, but I think it's because also people are so fucking are so surprised by it that they're not gonna go like the other direction with it. They're just like you what?
Yeah,
That doesn't seem
they're
possible.
just in this element of like, for me,
Shock.
they're like, girl, bitch. I'm like, what? Like what? Like, just please continue talking to me like a normal person. Oh, Jesus Christ. It's just a funny world we live into, like just perceptions and like self-accepting and wanting people to accept us, but then like under certain conditions, like,
Yeah.
I don't know, like,
Which is the whole acceptance is just yeah, being accepting of it. Like, well, the same thing too is well, the thing that drives me nuts. It's one of the was when people like whenever there's the first out athlete or first
yeah,
whatever it is, and there's always dudes like what like I don't care. It's fine with me, but like why do we gotta celebrate it or something like that? Because it still is like a big like showing someone his existence still like matters, and it still shows
yeah,
people that like, hey, it's okay, hey, it's okay being this, and like just putting a character that's gay isn't pushing an agenda. It's just making a character
yeah,
because gay people exist. Like
yeah,
it's not an attack on you. There's not less straight. Like I just the fact that people can't like fathom it like drives me crazy.
yeah.
And then it makes me want to push it down their throats more.
Especially like in the blue collar world, as sorts like you came from. Like, I have a funny blue collar story. Like, and after high school, my dad got me a job at this like construction and landscaping sort of business in upstate New York. And so I was like, fuck, I got thrown into it. I needed money. I needed a job. And like, I was just the queer, weird kid. I don't know if they knew I was gay or just weird because my hair was
Just
always
weird.
bleached and I had earrings. You know what I mean? I had like, and like, I remember some of the guys I worked with, they'd like drive a Trans Am and live in a trailer. Like, priorities, like, live your life. That sounds fucking hot to me. But they knew I was gay and they were accepting, but they also had to prove to me how straight they were.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah.
they had to
Yeah.
prove me how straight they were. And I will never forget the day I was working with this guy. We had like a billowing truck of mulch that was like steaming in the morning, and we were just going to go around the university and spread mulch around all these trees. And I remember a guy kept pointing out the young girls on campus, and he had to make sure that he was straight. And he told me one day, he's like, I wouldn't mind poking her where she pees. And I was just like, I will never forget that moment and that
I mean,
phrase. And then
that hasn't changed much.
right, like there's acceptance, but then they're like, I'm gonna fucking be straight down your throat. I'm gonna deep throat you. How straight I am. Like, I wouldn't mind poking her where she pees. And he's like, huh? And I was like, that's gross, because she's also probably
I was
19.
I would have I just been like, man, you don't gotta talk like a toddler. You could just say you want to fuck her.
Yeah. Yeah, because I want to fuck her brother and her dad together at the same time. Incest porn. Yeah. Whoa.
I see. I like when it's guys like that, like just giving them a hard time,
Yeah.
like challenging them back,
Yeah.
or just like there is something fun about emasculating like dudes who are trying to be like overly straight.
Like, there's straight acting.
Yeah, just it's like I get it, man. You like women.
All right.
You're not tough because of it.
I fucking love all of this. Like, you're rad. Listen, so this morning I texted my husband. He's a school teacher, and I was like, I need help coming up with some questions. I'm interviewing this blue collar comedian, queer wrestler, dude, metalhead. And he sent me this list of questions from Chat GPT, which scares the shit out of me. But some of them are so good. And Chat GPT is way smarter than me. So can I ask you two questions? He gave me like 30 questions from Chap GPT,
I
and
wonder what he prompted it with, like what he wrote
I
to
don't
prompt it.
remember, but these are so good. They're way smarter than I ever could come up
These
with.
might be too smart for me. I might not have good
Well,
answers.
not smart. Like, let me take a like, not smart, but clever.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna ask two of them. Okay. Okay, here's a question. One of them. What's scarier, a bull in a rodeo or your mom going through your browser history?
Bull in a rodeo.
What's that?
Bull in a rodeo.
Scarier than your mom going through your browser history?
Yeah, she doesn't know how.
But bless her heart.
I used to always joke that no one in my family knew I was gay except my brother, because he would use my laptop before I could delete the browser history.
That's
But I think because my parents were very accepting about it, and my mom can be a little oblivious about like things. Like I remember when I bought a shirt that like when I was like in middle school maybe, that like literally was like a drug reference shirt that like
yeah.
she bought for me because she had no idea. She just thought it was cute. So like she might like not have a clue. Like she might read like a website and not know what it meant.
That is crazy.
She'd probably go to my dad and he'd be like, "Well, we gotta have a talk with him."
All
But
right. Okay.
yeah, that doesn't like, because I think my parents are well like adjusted enough to know like our kids are like they're gonna be sexually active, they're gonna try
Yeah.
drugs, they're gonna
Yeah.
drink, like where like
They're
if
gonna
that was the case,
they're gonna shoot up meth in between their toes and sleep with a hooker in the parking lot of a 7-Eleven at once in their life. I
maybe
get
one of
you.
them.
So if your stand up could be described as a cocktail name, what would it be?
God, that's so tough because cocktail names make no fucking
You
sense
drink,
half the
right?
time.
So many people are
Yeah,
sober these days because I think it's just fucking cool. But you drink alcohol.
I'm the opposite.
You're an alcoholic.
I'm literally working with no. I mean, I have too good of.
Are you on top of it?
I'm too. Yeah,
Okay.
I am very good at like. Oh, all right, weekend's done. I don't need to drink. I don't need to drink.
You
I
have
could not
self.
drink for. I could not drink for weeks, then drink 20 beers in a night, and then not drink for 2 weeks.
All right.
It
So
does. It
what's a
really
cocktail
just like
name?
casual drinking does nothing for me.
You're lucky. I fucking drink to get drunk and black out and have
I do too, but
gangbangs.
I don't need to do that all the time. Like it
Yeah.
doesn't. One, I would have. I know how much it takes to get me to drunk.
Yeah.
It'd be fucking impossible for me to do that every night. Even with other drugs, like I either like I'm like, oh, I could do this, and all right, let me take a couple weeks off, or let me kind of recalibrate myself. If I was like if my comedy was a cocktail,
Or a beer or like an IPA name. You can pass this dumbass question. Chat
no,
GP answered
no,
me.
but it's no. I actually I like it. I like the question. Now I'm just like really trying to come up with something that's good, but it's also like on the spot. It's actually the fucking
Yeah.
think about. I'm not a great improver. But it would be like
Crowdsource.
I don't know, just like blue collar cock. I don't know.
Blue collar cock. What is that? Is that Midori sour? And
I don't even know.
all right. There's one other question here I
Blue
can't
collar
find.
bear. I mean, a blue collar bear, or like
Are you Budweiser? Are you just like a Pabst Blue
the
Ribbon?
metal bomb. I don't know.
You look Pabst Blue Ribbon. Come on.
I mean, I do. I mean, I drink. I don't. I do not care for IPAs. I don't care for fancy beer. Just give me fucking cheap shit.
Yeah.
I'm not a beer snob. Oh, it tastes like water. I'm like, I don't care. I'm hydrated. Whatever.
Fuck, there's one question here I can't find. There was something like, I'm going to try to remember it, paraphrase, and this will be the last one, and then I'll let you go. I've had you hostage for so long. You're such a nice guy. You're way nicer than I thought you was going to be. Woo! It was sort of like, what community do you think you have let down the most? Comedians? The gays? Or wrestlers?
Gays.
The gays.
Gays. I know that because they've told me. I've had like people have messed. I don't know, because I think some people I've seen in like certain like sometimes my stuff has been like posted in like gay metalheads groups like that, and people have been like, "Oh, he's trying to be like the token for the straights that I'm trying to like do jokes to just make straights happy." But like I do shows for gays all the time.
I don't feel that.
Do I alter things a little bit just to make it more palatable?
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I'm not gonna go too hard into like sex with an all straight room. I still want them to like me, but I like
Yeah.
the ego. I can talk about what the fuck I want.
Yeah.
Like,
I just was talking to Colton Dowling yesterday from Some of
I
This Is
just
Bad
was with Colton
podcast.
the other day.
Yeah.
I've been on it. I've been on that podcast.
I know that's one of the things.
Oh.
Those guys, I don't know. It's funny. Those guys are great, but their podcast was one of the podcasts that made me want to start doing this again, because I did a podcast back in the day before it was even considered a
Was
podcast,
huge.
and then I stopped, and then it had a huge following, a big following, and then I stopped. But then I found those guys again, and I just love the shit that they were doing.
Yeah.
Just raunchy conversations with all sorts of people, straight comics, yada yada yada. But I talked to Colton yesterday, and it was so funny. I feel like I may have gotten nervous, which is weird. And then I got in my way, and then I started like in the middle of our talk thinking about what he was thinking about me, and then I got like spun up. But he was a fun guy. But he also, I asked him the question if he ever changes his set or his material based on an audience, and he was like, "Fuck no." Fuck no. Sometimes if I feel like the audience is like not feeling it or becoming offended, I go harder or something. But he did say he will, just depending on the audience, open up a little bit softer to get them laughing, to get them sort of like involved more before he like lays on hardcore gay jokes.
Yeah, like, well, I because I've done shows that are like real blue collar rooms, and I'll do like all my blue collar stuff, and then I still do my gay material. I just give them the other stuff first, or I
trucks,
just change
guns,
it up.
beers, tits,
Pretty,
guns,
pretty
beers,
much.
tits.
And then they're kind of usually on board. If they're really not on board, sometimes I will get like, yeah, I'll lay it in harder. It kind of, but it just depends. I never think of it as changing my material, just maybe my approach.
Gotcha.
Cause like I still like, this is how I make my money. This is how I need, like, I need people to like me. I need to be liked. I need people to have a good time, because that's how I get paid.
It's an equation. It's a freaking chemistry
Yeah.
experience of like posting the algorithms and fandom and like how much you post. So do you only?
And I know some people will dislike it no matter what. Like no matter how I spoon feed it, some people just won't be a fan of it.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't fucking please everybody. I've learned that coming back into this world, because I went out of this like sort of putting myself out there world for a long time, and I forgot the haters and the comments and like the comment sections and the people that live to like complain. And now that I'm doing this and I'm putting this back out to the world, I'm like, fuck you, but thank you. Like, you are my most dedicated and devoted fans. Because
it's funny how much like people think they're like talking shit or whatever, but they're like, that's what drives up the engagement.
I'm like, hate me so much. It's cool, man. Hate me, talk about me, hate me. Like, because that drives my followership up or something. I don't fucking know. It's tricky.
Right? More, it's like hate does more than people like. If people just like it, does nothing for you.
Yeah.
If everyone just liked it, does nothing.
Yeah. It's weird. I'm confusing, but I'm so glad we talked for sure. Like, you seem such a likable guy. Like,
I try.
I feel like, yeah, deathcore, hardcore fucking wrestling, but like I see a baby face there and I see a nice person, and I promise I won't tell. I promise I won't tell anybody you're a nice person.
No, I think
I don't.
I like to be. That's what usually people. That seems to
I don't
be
want
the
to start
consensus.
that rumor.
What, that I'm nice?
Yeah.
People know that.
All right.
People know I'm nice. I'm just capable of violence. That's all. I'm nice and I like getting hit by chairs.
Fuck yeah. I fucking into like death metal.
Wrestlers are sweethearts.
See,
Wrestlers and metalheads are fucking sweethearts, dude.
Yeah, I liked. I read. I watched a podcast yours this morning, a clip of what you were talking about. All meth heads are meth heads. Yeah, all meth heads. All metal heads are dorks. And then you went into talking about like metal bands singing about was it dragons
Dungeons
or
and Dragons and shit like that? Yeah,
I was like, that's
it's
so
all inherently goofy.
Yeah, it fucking is. But thanks for being a unicorn. I feel like you are a unicorn. I think more people like you need to be represented and talked about and just invited, because like I relate to you.
And that's what I hope. Like that's like the main thing I hope for what I'm doing, is that people will be like, "Oh shit, that's new."
Just a
It's
different
that.
face of representation, because I have often said this, and I sometimes people get mad, but I'm like, we have a lot of the similar faces already being represented, and nothing wrong with that, but like we just need more
Yeah.
different.
Well, it's like, hey, we know that if a gay wants to get into musical theater or fashion, that they're gonna be
Yes,
accepted there.
Heidi Klum will call you.
They're gonna like you there. They're gonna be fun. You a gay who wants to be into sports or heavy metal, that might be more intimidating. But now I want to show people like, hey, I've had people message me. They're like, hey, I was really nervous about going to metal shows as like a queer person, but
Yeah.
knowing
Oh
there are
God.
people like you and people accepted, and like now you know that someone's gonna have your back.
It's a
Like that there's
macho.
gonna
It's a
be.
macho world. I go to like a lot of shows still, like with mosh pits, and like it's funny being like not just gay, but I'm so also like 53, so I'm like older. But like I went to see the Circle Jerks the other night. It's funny I'm wearing
Yeah.
this shirt, but like
And everyone
the
wants to get older.
it was so good. But like the audience was fucking hot to me. It was all like ex punk rock dads, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh, this is my scene. But it is comforting showing like people in these other spaces that are generally macho or kind of in like an aggressive, that there are queers there. There's queers in the mosh pit. There's queers banging their head. There's queers
Yeah.
at these shows. Like, I don't know. I am like sometimes get caught up like feeling like, oh, I'm just like a white guy preaching this, but like there's also different shades of white guy. Like I'm like white guy with tattoo, and I understand I have privilege, but and I'm gay, but like there's different types, and everybody's
Well, that's what
welcome.
I try. I feel like I'm trying to use that privilege a little bit. That like, all right, I know that those places can be a little scary. I'll go in first and be like, hey, there's like gays here. Like, I'll be like, we're gonna start letting gays in here, and the gays want to be involved in sports or metal or whatever it is. If I got to be the first one in there, I'll go be the first one in.
And it's also, if you are already in the space, like you don't have to just, I was gonna say shove it up your ass and hide it. You don't have to like tuck it away. It's like you don't have to be anything, but you don't have to sort of like. I remember me coming out. This is such a tangent conversation, but like when I first coming out, like I often, even in safe spaces, called my boyfriend like my other half, my significant other, my better half,
Yeah,
my spouse, my, so it's like just using like the terminology and stuff like that. Like
gender
I just
neutral.
love that. I'll go in first. I'll go
Yeah,
in first. Like I'm just imagining this like mosh pit, and you're like people are scared of this hardcore punk show, and you're like, dude, I'll go in first, and then come in after me.
yeah.
Oh,
That way you know you have someone on your side, kind of deal.
fuck yeah. Let's end there. Where can people, what's the best place for people to like keep up with you, follow you, and also support you? I always want to know, is there a way people can support you?
Instagram really is the best. Like Metal Peak Comedy, that's where I put my clips, all my dates, my shows, and yeah, buy tickets. Like that's the best way. Sharing my stuff, and
Yeah.
if you're in an area that you want to see me come to, like let your local comedy club know, let your local comics know, share my stuff to them. That's the best way, because like people can comment, hey, when you coming to this city? I'm like, well, when someone pays me to come to that city, I
Right.
need
When
people to
there's
come. I
interest.
need to know. I need people to come out to those shows.
I want you to come to either San Diego, Palm Springs, or LA, because they're all close enough for me to drive to.
I'm in talks with going to Indio, in
Okay, yeah. Near
which
Palm
I know is
Springs.
near Palm Springs, but I'm
Yeah,
thinking
like
about.
desert.
I know some people in San Diego that I might try to like
I should start to help people book
bump down.
shit, because I know some people, and I'm not shy, and I like to find people who are like up and
Yeah, then
coming.
you should.
So we'll talk. We'll talk. I mean, I got sick and no, I don't know, whatever I'm talking. I need to stop putting myself down so much. I'm gonna hang up and call my therapist. Um all right. Thanks for talking, and let's talk again soon. I feel like I feel like we just could talk for hours and just sip
Oh,
on
for
coffee,
sure.
and but I do appreciate you taking the time to do this.
No,
Um
thank you for having me.
and let's talk again soon.
Absolutely.
Okay, take care.
Have a good one.